The void stretched endlessly before the Terran vessel Emberlight, its silver hull gliding in perfect silence. Captain Kaelen stood at the forward observation deck, his eyes tracing the shifting tapestry of distant galaxies. Behind him, the crew whispered in hushed tones, their conversations a fragile flame against the cold infinity outside. The Emberlight was not on a mission sanctioned by the Terran Council. It was on a journey born from a dream Kaelen could not shake. It began with a voice, soft, almost human, calling from beyond the edge of mapped space. Night after night, it seeped into his thoughts like moonlight through water, whispering coordinates no probe had ever returned from. The Council dismissed it as hallucination, but Kaelen knew better. The first weeks passed in quiet anticipation. The crew, bound by loyalty more than duty, found themselves speaking less as the stars grew stranger. Constellations shifted into shapes no human eye had ever charted. Then came the first sign, an ancient beacon pulsing faintly in the darkness. Its structure was alien, yet bore marks unmistakably shaped by human hands. As he reached out, the Emberlight sensors flared with an energy signature older than Earth's recorded history. And with it came a message, not in words, but in a melody, one every human heart somehow recognized. Drifting into the coordinates, the crew beheld an impossible sight, a graveyard of ships suspended in a halo of pale blue light. Human vessels, alien frigates, and designs too strange to name, floated in perfect preservation, as if frozen mid-battle. No scorch marks, no decay, only stillness. Lieutenant Solari, the ship's linguist, reported that the light was a form of memory, an archive woven from particles that clung to the hulls. As they passed, ghostly silhouettes of their former crews appeared, walking the decks, laughing, working, unaware they were nothing more than echoes. The deeper they traveled, the stronger the melody became, vibrating in the walls of the Emberlight. Kaelen recognized fragments of ancient Terran lullabies in its structure. It wasn't just a call, it was a remembrance. But the graveyard had guardians. At the far edge of the light field, a colossal structure stirred, a sentinel forged from the hulls of 100 ships. It moved with impossible grace, its surface rippling with the memories of those it had consumed. And yet when it turned its gaze upon the Emberlight, there was no malice, only recognition. The sentinel's voice was unlike anything Kaelen had heard, neither mechanical nor alive. It spoke in harmonics, each tone carrying an image, the birth of stars, the first ships leaving Earth, the forging of alliances long forgotten. It called Kaelen by name, though he had never given it. It warned of the veil, a shimmering barrier at the galaxy's farthest rim. Beyond it, time unraveled and reality bent to memory. Only those who carried the song of origin could pass. The melody that had haunted Kaelen's dreams was that song, and his ship had been chosen to deliver it to the far side. Crossing the veil was like falling into an ocean made of starlight. Shapes formed in the currents, loved ones long gone, moments Kaelen had never lived but somehow remembered. The crew found themselves weeping without understanding why. When the Emberlight emerged, the stars ahead were wrong, too bright, too young. And there waiting was a city adrift in the dark, its spires shimmering with the same melody they carried. Humanity had been here before and left something behind. The city welcomed them without words. Walkways unfolded like petals, guiding the crew to a central chamber where a sphere of light pulsed in sync with their ship's melody. It was an archive, but not of data, of essence. Every story, every emotion, every triumph and loss, humanity had ever known, woven into a single living song. Kaelen understood now. The voice in his dreams had not called for rescue, but for return. The Emberlight had brought the last missing verse. As the crew added their memories to the sphere, it flared brighter, sending the completed song across the cosmos. The sentinel at the veil sang in answer. Stars beyond number joined in harmony. For the first time in millennia, the song of humanity was whole. Kaelen did not speak to his crew. He didn't have to. They had all felt it. The truth that humanity's greatest legacy wasn't conquest or survival. It was the stories they left behind, echoing forever between the stars.